This is WVBN from Japan. Japanese Naval Headquarters reviewed their intelligence concerning the dangerous Morgana, known as Jorogumo. The fire Morgana, known as Hinohana, had offered the location of her fortress, the American island of Guam, as well as an offer of a temporary alliance to destroy her. This offer of alliance was rejected, and it was decided to seek assistance from nearby human navies. It was quickly realized that any incursion onto American territory risked provoking a war, which led to the decision to coordinate with American forces about how to deal with the matter, who would surely seek to end the Morgana after witnessing her effects on other islands. The operation would begin through reconnaissance, after which an attack would be coordinated between Japan, America, and Britain. Britain was invited to participate after they had expressed interest in securing the Pacific and proving a reliable military partner. On the home islands, the Navy approved the creation of a film for domestic consumption, having been approached by an up-and-coming director. The Navy would have a choice between scripts in exchange for resources and promotion of the film. It was determined that a period drama would be created, focusing on the theme of brotherhood. Several kami are slated to star in the film. In Tokyo, the Diet passed a number of laws this week, backed by the signature of the emperor himself. Politician Hachiro Arita coined the phrase Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere during discussions between various politicians, diplomats, ministers, officers, and undisclosed kami concerning Japan's growing role and agenda in the Pacific. Japan's focus was on expanding relations with its partners in the Pacific, including the United States, United Kingdom, and other Asian nations. Also discussed was policy concerning Japan's colonies, including Manchukuo, Korea, and Taiwan. Rumors from Tokyo suggest the expansion of civil rights and even the creation of local diets. It was hoped that these reforms would benefit both the colonies and Japan itself. There was a fear of political pushback from more conservative elements in the government, especially the Japanese army. But these fears were unfounded, as these elements failed to materialize. Instead, the army's own changing stances on the empire fell in line with a vision of an enlightened Japanese empire for the benefit of all Asian peoples. In light of these advances, attention began to turn to Korea, where reports suggested local trouble. The cause of this is not yet known. Japanese diplomats also reached out to Thailand, the last independent nation in East Asia, about the possibility of joining this new sphere, to gain access to benefits while allowing the stationing of Japanese military personnel within the country. Japan also received word that a special envoy from the United States was being stationed in the Pacific, who would be eager to work with Japan on these matters. Back in Korea, the Navy was preparing to meet with the Army's Unit 439 about its ongoing research into the hulk of sedition, which had been resting in China for months. However, during the middle of the week, a Morgana monstrosity, later confirmed to be Baba Yaga, crossed the border into Manchuria, utterly devastating local Soviet and Japanese defenses. The Morgana had reached a monstrous size, and despite warnings and preparations that had been made for this possibility, the Morgana was simply unstoppable, and made its way down to the hulk near the sea. Baba Yaga attacked the research base and tore through its defenders, and when it reached the hulk, began to consume the mix of metal and flesh. Unit 439 was unable to stop the Morgana before it finished its meal and escaped into the sea. In the aftermath, the Army demanded an increased budget for coastal artillery. While both branches shared blame for the outcome, both also knew that they had to avenge this defeat. In other news, supply convoys from Taiwan reached Truk Lagoon, bringing the first supplies for the construction of a larger fortified naval base on the strategically critical island. Atago and other damaged ships from the Australian Expeditionary Force would return to the mainland for full repairs, which they did without incidents. The Japanese submarine force sank many Morgana supply vessels and warships. It has been suggested that there might be a joint submarine command formed between local nations to better share intelligence about interdiction efforts. This has been WVBN, reporting from Japan.